everybody? Welcome back to the Esports Champion League 2014. It is Team DK versus CIS Gaming here, of course, on Beyond the Summit 2. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Maud. It's been, well, obviously for a lot of you, hope you've had a good day. Maybe winding down after a long day of work or what have you. Maybe some of you in the European, in the afternoon, obviously, got a lot going on. Be watching some Dota from home. Or if you're like me, here on the East Coast, you're waking up early to watch some great Chinese Dota. And I gotta say, I'm looking forward to bringing you this action here. It is DK versus CIS Gaming, of course. Already underway, the Invoker and Lycan banned out, no surprise there. And, well, what can you say about DK that hasn't already been said? I mean, obviously the Dota Kings, some of the strongest players pretty much in the world on that team. One of the best rosters. They've shown how well they can play throughout the entire year. They're considered monsters and top tier by many people across the world. And CIS, they're a team that's up and coming that have done very well for themselves in the past couple of months. They've got a lot of individual talent in terms of what they can do with June, with Black, with Demons, and what have you. I'm looking forward to seeing how they play up against this game against DK. It is a best-of-1 series, guys. For those of you wanting the WPCA's qualifying tiebreakers, those are next. Best-of-1 series to determine who goes to Shanghai, China. That'll be starting off with Team Dog versus Empire, followed by Alliance versus Team Dog. And then to round it all out, Alliance versus Empire as well. So a lot of Dota action coming your way. For fans of myself as well as American Dota, tonight we have, of course, the, I guess, introduction of the North American rejects for the American Dota League, which is Brax, 1437, Fogged, Korok, Snaking, and DSMK against, of course, the lineup of No Earth Spirit. So if you're a fan of that kind of action, that'll be at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. But enough about that. We are already underway in the draft right now in CIS. They've got the first pick. They banned out the Lycan. They banned out the Ancient Apparition. Maybe see a Centaur here, perhaps a Dazzle, Bat Rider if they want that offlaner. It generally comes down to which offlaner you really want to play first. And a Nyx Assassin is still available as well. And it really depends on what CIS wants to pick up here and how they feel in terms of their offlaner. They could go for their support. They could go for their car. They could go for, obviously, mid if they really wanted to. They'll pick up the Bat Rider, though, and that's no real surprise when you think about how strong that hero is in the offlane with Firefly, with everything he's got going for himself. So Lasso is so huge to have. He's not like one of those heroes that you get level 6 and then you can just start roaming and getting kills, but he's kind of one of those heroes that's similar. The only thing he really requires is boots and a Blink Dagger, and he'll get it eventually. At some point, he might have to head back to the jungle. They can try to shut him down in lane, but at level 4, he should be okay to sit, stack jungle camps, and go from there. DK pick up the Centaur Wall Runner for Ice Ice Ice. No real surprise. It should be for Ice 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 anyways. They pick up the Rubik as well. We'll see who wants to play that. Lifestealer now come out for, of course, CIS Gaming. A very strong pick, to be sure. Good at taking down Centaur Wall Runner in that offlane. No way he can really get away from that open wounds, especially if you have some lockdown to combo up with it. So Centaur Wall Runner might be in some trouble if they decide to go with the Centaur Wall Runner off lane and not some sort of aggressive tri-lane with a Rubik and what have you. There are a lot of options there, so we'll see. So already into the second ban phase, and it's looking good for both sides. Standard picks. I'm surprised they picked the Lifestealer so early for CIS Gaming. I don't know if it would have been banned. DK might have realized that, hey, maybe they want to play this hero, pick it up and go for it, but as it stands right now, maybe they could have gotten away with picking another support, something like a Dazzle, which has just been banned out early on. Against a Centaur War Runner, that'd also be pretty nice. Poison Touch gives you that bit of a slow as well, and you can go from there. Obviously, the Shadow Wave, making sure you got that physical damage, really nice on top of that, and the Heal Bomb and what have you. So,
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So like I said, big day of Dota casting.
Reserve time.
There's a lot of games going on. You know, the inaugural is currently live. It should be on BTS 1. There's just some excellent Dota action happening in the past couple of weeks, and of course all of it leading up to things like WPCAs, the playoffs, and of course Kiev for Star Ladder. There's so much action happening, and it's right before that kind of pivotal moment in terms of TI4 invites and, of course, the qualifiers. And it really comes down to which teams are going to get invited. And you'd honestly think DK are going to be one of those teams that's like, okay, they're definitely invited for sure. I'd be very surprised to see a team this strong not get invited to the biggest tournament in the world. Just because they've played so well, they haven't really had too many, hiccups here and there, placing pretty much close to the top at many tournaments. And because of this, it's kind of interesting to see who else is going to follow from the Chinese scene. You know, will VG get invited? Will IG get invited? How are things going to start shaping out as we get towards that TI4 invite date? We'll see. Storm Spirit and Bane picked up for DK. Mirana goes for CIS. And I think the Bane pickup just comes out because they have that Mirana, because they have that Lifestealer as well. Had that Mirana not been picked up, they probably go for it anyways, because Enfeeble's so good for Lifestealer, because they also have the Phoenix Group as well to shut him down. The Storm Spirit's picked up, maybe even to lock him down to a certain extent even more. Remaining. Also against the Bat Rider with Electric Vortex. The Ball Lightning is really nice to have in this scenario. It's going to be very tricky to lock down this Storm, but if they can, with that lasso, then they can maybe win a team fight. Stampede is going to be super useful in that regard as well. The initiation potential from DK all over the place, whereas CIS, you have the lasso, and if you hit an arrow as well, which isn't going to be difficult. They have the Shadow Demon now. With the Disruption, they can hit it really easily. It's one of those easy combos to hit, even like a Nightmare to a certain extent, but I guess more so because, I don't know, I find it that you can't, well, obviously you can't steal a Disruption. You can't really, someone's
5 seconds remaining.
Who gets Nightmared, you can kind of just take that Nightmare off the person and proceed to just kind of get them out of a bad position, whereas there's no such thing for Disruption. Once you're banished, you're banished. And then when you get back up, you just have to make sure you time that arrow right, and all of a sudden, you're stunned for a good 4 or 5 seconds. So it becomes a bit of an issue. The problem right now is this is going to be a Mirana support, and many people aren't too high up in the Mirana support as it stands right now. Her base damage, yes, that kind of is pretty negligible early on, but she can get some real farm later. So if you go with her as a support, you transition into that carry role later and get something like those Phase into maybe a Maelstrom and a Mjolnir and start doing that right-click damage, and all of a sudden you become a very real threat to the team of DK. And the last couple of bans coming out right now, Viper as well as one more for CIS Gaming. Let's see, if you look at both sides here, DK, they can use that Storm Spirit as a safe lane farmer, or they can send him mid. We'll see what Mushi wants to do right now. Lanham the Drafter as it stands. Black, he's going to be picking for CIS right now. We'll see if he picked Lifestealer for himself, if we'll pick another hero. They've got 1 minute and 12 seconds left in reserve time right now. I have to imagine they're going to ban a safe lane farmer. Somebody that could be very effective for burning to play. It's going to be the Luna. They'll go for the Templar Assassin, so now it's looking more and more like it's going to be Storm Spirit, safe lane, Templar Assassin mid. You usually don't see TA in that kind of safe lane role. Templar Assassin does a bit better with the bottle and with levels and what have you, whereas Storm Spirit, he can get away with just getting safe lane farm. He doesn't really need the mana regen, and he can just kind of sit, get levels, and even participate in kills. They could even maybe think about going aggro with this, but it's going to be tough, especially because they have to fight up against the arrow. So I'm more inclined to believe they're going to be going up and trying to shut down this Bat Rider. And with Electric Vortex, if they can level it up, not only that, but with Telekinesis and with Nightmare, this should be a good chance for DK to really zone this Bat Rider out and make his life a living hell. It's going to be very interesting as we jump into the game with the last pick coming through from CIS Gaming. What are they going to pick up right now? It's got to be maybe a mid-hero, I'd say, to go up against that Templar Assassin. Venomancer is still available, but you don't see that mid too often. No Viper, as DK banded out smartly before they picked that Templar Assassin, so they had an idea of what they wanted to go with as they were jumping into that last pick right now, so no surprise there. 39 seconds, it's getting close for CIS Gaming. Come on, guys. You guys got it. You can do it. You can do it. So, suddenly, CIS Gaming, they've got to pick something here. I don't know. In terms of the lineups, I love the Templar Assassin pick they have. And this is the case, and I talked about this a lot with a couple of people, a couple of different casters. Reborz was talking about this bit, is most people just go for 2 semi-carries right now, and instead of one, you know, mid kind of semi-carry and one safe lane hard carry. It just seems to be the case where people really value semi-carries very highly, and just it's sort of that kind of aggression early on that's, oh lord, nobody was expecting that pick. Alright, forget whatever else I was saying in terms of, well, yeah, that's one way to counter the Templar Assassin, you just rot her to death. But Black is going to be playing the Pudge. Oh my goodness, this is going to be, this game just went from like an 8 out of 10 to about 11 out of 10 real quick, as we will jump into the game. Remember, it's a best of 1 series, so no shame in picking the Pudge. I'm sure DK are like, well, that's a bold strategy, Cotton. See how it plays out for him right now. Goodness gracious. Anyways, as I was saying, teams like to see sort of just this kind of dual semi-carry kind of role things going on throughout the game, and and kind of just win them the game in that regard. Burning is going to be up in the Storm Spirit, so it looks like Mushi is going to be mid on that Templar Assassin, but Black playing the Pudge. I am excited.
5 seconds
This is going to be something that's very interesting to watch, and we'll see how they lane it for CIS. It's a little bit less, I guess, traditional in terms of what you can do here, but we are going to jump into the game. There's a lot of Dota action today, like I mentioned earlier, of course. A lot of best of ones. Everything starting off here at the ECL 2014 with CIS versus DK, followed by the WPC qualifiers, the tie-breaking action between Alliance, Team Dog, and Empire. But as it stands right now, let's jump into this game. For some introductions, we've got Black. He'll be on the mid Pudge. Going into the off lane for CIS, it's Inflame. We'll be on the Bat Rider. Down bottom, defensive tri-lane. June on the Life Stealer. We'll see Ayo. We'll be up on the Mirana with those arrows. We'll see how he hits them. And Demons will be on the Shadow Demon. For the team DK, the Juggernauts, the favorites here. We'll see Lanham. He'll be up on the Bane. MMY will be on the Rubik. We'll see Burning. He'll be on the safe lane Storm Spirit. Mid lane Templar Assassin for Mushi. And to round it all out, off lane Ice 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 on the Centaur Warrunner. He went boots first, so he might be okay. He's got to be careful of the arrow combos coming through, as well as the open wounds from June, which would be very detrimental to his health. You can see June already looking to make sure he doesn't see a ward spotted out. Ice 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 only getting a sentry to help him out right now. Luckily, they do have the Star Ward here, which gives him a bit of vision, at least in terms of over here, but that's about it. He's not going to have any vision on this side, of course, of the jungle, and that means that he's very susceptible to the ganks, including that disruption into that arrow combo, like I talked about so often early on. There is a smoke up coming up from Demons already, and we'll see if they use anything with it. No sentry wards placed, and I don't even know if they know this ward exists at this point, but I'm going to pick up a level 1 invis. He'll head top, not skilling anything. You go for enfeeble and make, obviously, Pudge's life miserable, but not necessary. You generally don't need to shut somebody like a Pudge down. If it was a Shadow Fiend, potentially yes, but with Black on Pudge, well, we'll see. And now, Mushi might have a rough time. Luckily, he'll have Refraction early on. He went boots first, which is no surprise against a Pudge. So that early bottle not going to come out for at least a bit of time here. We'll see how this matchup goes. Top lane. Inflame is just going to go right down to the jungle. It looks like they know that he's sitting here, or at least he would be. And, of course, Lanham, with that Nightmare ready to go, he's just like, well, where's the Bat Rider? I'm ready, guys. But Inflame just is kind of giving up, and he's going to go stack a bit. Maybe head back to that top lane eventually when that Invis rune is worn off and now Lanham is visible. But at this point, they're just going to get free farm for burning on his Storm Spirit, which means that he'll be up online early to go here. And we'll see if he decides to go for that Orchid or for something else, maybe a bit less greedy. Who knows? We'll see. But as it stands right now, both of the safe lane farmers are going to be getting free farm here, which is not really a surprise. The problem is Ice 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 can't leech experience, as well as, of course, the Bat Rider can, who could just head to the jungle, stack up some camps and Firefly and what have you. But now the issue is Inflame. He's only level 1. He doesn't have those levels to help him out. Get level 2 Firefly, 2 points into the Sticky Napalm to stack things up. He does have this hard camp stacked once, but that's it. And now Ice Ice Ice, he's just going to roam around. It looks like he knows that Demons is here, roaming through mid. Ice Ice Ice, it looks like he threw a sentry down, making sure this is warded, making sure the pull camp not able to be pulled anymore. He'll leech some experience as well. He'll get up to level 2, and he's doing okay. He's not really missing out on anything. Whereas you can see Demons stacking up once again, so the Bat Rider will head back top, realizing that that rune is probably gone. Could get some experience a bit safer now. Stay alive, but as I say, that Lanham's going to either guard this haste rune or pick it up altogether. You can see Inflame looking for it potentially here on the high ground. Lanham's just going to take it and head back top. Mid lane, there's a couple heroes roaming around. Lanham's just going to try to harass Inflame. Look at this. Just going with the right click, and no reason not to. Even if he got rotated on, he'd still be alive and just fine with that haste rune. So Lanham continue to harass behind the tower here, but not going to go too far. Doesn't want to dive. Ayo maybe looking to come in with that arrow combo, but they have this warded, so there's no way that Mushi's going to get caught out right now. You look at the CS early on. June sitting at 13. Decent job there, but Mushi, 15 last hits up in that top lane, and he's doing very well. Maybe even going to go for an early Midas if he really wanted to. Not many storms up for that option, but you don't see many storms in the safe lane now, do you? Lonum is getting rotated on. They actually smoked for this. This is going to be first blood, it looks like. Lonum's about to be caught out of position. Disruption, can they grab it? No! He wasn't in range! Somehow Lonum's going to get away. No sticky napalm to slow him down. He is like, holy crap, that is a gank train coming straight for me. He's going to get disrupted anyways. They're going to try to go on this. There's the arrow, the soul catch as well. The static remnant's up. Demon's now getting chased down. MMY, he's got the Fade Bolt. They're looking for the Firefly, and the Bat Rider still getting low. Lonum barely alive. But he is nonetheless, he'll back away. Even with the Soul Catcher, even with the arrow, it's not enough damage to grab the kill. Lonum again. That time it was a bit of a bait just to turn around and try to go on something, but they wanted to try to have action. It didn't work out in either one's favor. We'll see everybody head back towards the middle lane, or at least up around for Demons as well as AO. They're going to wrap around mid, maybe look for Mushi. He'll back off right now, as you can clearly see. Maybe looking for that 4-minute rune bottom. He's got his bottle going to him right now. He's going to crow it up potentially. He's going to sit, maybe stack this Ancient Camp. I don't know if he's going to make it in time. I'm not sure if that's what he was going for, but it looks like he was. Level 4 for Ice 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 right now. While that action was happening, June was continuing to farm bottom, so he still continues to get decent CS. Goes right for the phase, and no surprise there. Still sitting mid, AO and Demons are here. They're roaming around. They're wasting a lot of time. They're not getting experience. They're not pulling, which is what MMY and Lonum are doing right now. They are getting this experience. MMY is level 3, and I believe he's the highest in terms of supports right now. No surprise there. They're not dealing with Ice Ice. He got open wounded. He took a lot of damage. He's backing off. He's getting very low. That Orb of Venom coming through for June as well. Dishing it out right now. Mid lane, bit of a gank coming through on Mushi. They use the disruption. He's trying to run away. He's got the regen rune. Black has a hookup. Can he hit something? There it goes. Mushi in trouble. What a hook by Black. They get first blood. Nicely played from the Pudge player there. Almost getting a return kill is Black with that refraction charge. However, not enough damage to be done against him. And Black will survive with the first blood going his way with the help of the Shadow Demon. Centaur War Runner will TP down to that bottom lane right now. Continue to try to get some experience. Get close to level 6. His Tranquils are done. Blink Dagger is going to be the next item going his way. Speaking of Blink Dagger, Inflame Boots. No Tranquils just yet. And a bit of a rough time in this offlane. He's only level 2. He's getting shut down hard. And of course the experience that was sapped when his supports came top certainly didn't help either. But at least they have first blood going their way. And Pudge, Black, he's going to really thrive on, well, again, Mushi as he gets disrupted. Soul Catch is going to come through. Rod as well. Mushi getting caught out. Melt Strike. He's going to try to juke this, and he does for the time being, but look at the rot damage. Mushi's going to fall again. They are dealing with this mid laner. No problem. Demon, he's just sitting mid right now with that disruption, and Black is not really hitting anything. He doesn't need to. He can just rot him to death. And he's doing fine with 2 kills going his way. He's level 6 now. He's got Dismember, and now maybe the roaming starts. There aren't wards up in the top lane. If you wanted to head there, he can maybe get something done. Against Burning, though, not going to be easy, especially considering he's close to 6. MMY with telekinesis and what have you. Ice 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 will have Stampede very soon, and that'll help out. I think once Ice 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 gets level 6, Mushi probably survives. There's no real way they can gank him with Stampede up. Even if he hits a hook, he's got Dismember now. They're going to go for the Nightmare. TP's going to come through now as well. That's going to be MMY. They want to try to deal with him. Telekinesis, the brain set back as well. The Refraction. Meld Strike, Fade Bolt. One more. Bang! Gets the kill. Nicely played. Good rotations from DK. And just as they've dealt with Mushi on the side of CIS, Mushi says, listen, we can deal with you as well, Pudge. Not an issue. Good rotations. Good TP coming out from the side of DK. No big surprise there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So now everyone's rotating back in. This time, Inflame does the smart thing. He's trying to get some sort of farm and experience here in the mid lane, and that means that Pudge is going to roam elsewhere. It'll be the top lane. Black maybe looking for some potential killing blows here on Burning. Looks like he's going for, ooh, that hook, very close. Looks like he is going for that Orc of Malevolence as he's got the Robe of the Magi. Which means that this should be a pretty early Orchid coming out for Burning right now with his treads already done. But look at the CS for June right now with 48 and 27 at 720 in. Complete free farm for this Lifestealer. Level 7 as well, 900 gold in the bank. And nothing flying out to him right now, but he'll pick up, he's got 1,000 gold in the bank and a TP scroll, plus that Orb of Venom. How about Ice Ice Ice? He's still level 5. He hasn't gotten any experience since we last saw him. He can't get really that much closer. If June wants to go on him, he certainly can. He picks up the Helm of the Iron Will. It's going to be for that armlet. No surprise there. So DK, they have to deal with the farm Lifestealer, but they should be okay with it. Ice, Ice, Ice. Got to be careful. He can get dove here right now. But, yep, there's the open wounds, the rage as well. Ice, Ice, Ice. No Stampede. Taking a lot of damage. He will have Stomp. It's going to go. Not in time, however. The rage didn't wear off. Looks like he timed it just a bit too early. Now June will continue to free farm. Ice, Ice, Ice really wants 6. All the meanwhile, MMY and everybody else roaming around this top lane. TPs are coming through again from the Batrider, who's not level 6 himself, so he has caught up a bit. Look at the stack that he'll try to take right now. Inflame's going to get a lot of gold from this if he can get a couple of these last hits. In fact, most of them will go his way, it looks like. She could get him up to about 1,500 gold or thereabouts. Lonham's going to try to Nightmare potentially, or just steal some of the CS himself, and it looks like he will. Tread's now done for Mushi in the mid lane, who he's died twice, but he's doing okay. And nonetheless, I mean, he's got the 3rd most in CS. He's got a stack going his way here, which he'll take. He's got a DD rune as well. Down bottom, wraparound gank, Ice, 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 in trouble. The arrow just missing. Stampede's going to go. Stomp is up. Double edge. He almost killed Demons. No open wounds. The Shadow Poison off the mark. TP comes through. Burning gets the kill on AO. Now Ball Lightning. They see Demons right now. Static Remnant. That's a double coming out for Burning. Nice rotations. TP away coming out from the Lifestealer. Bad engagement from CIS, and that gives Burning not only 1 Oblivion staff, but close to a 2nd as well at 9 minutes. And the only problem, they could not pick up June, who got away scot-free. But very nice rotations coming out from Team DK, also giving Mushi room to farm. But at the same time, Inflame getting closer and closer to that Blink Dagger. Ice, Ice, Ice surviving. TP into the top lane. He's got Stampede on cooldown for another 48 seconds. So we'll see how things go in the next couple of minutes for him. Look at the stack that Mushi, Lonham, and MMY are taking here. That is a lot of farm going the way of DK. And some golden experience for the supports that they really need. They're not at 6 yet. MMY is close. He's going to have that spell steal in just a couple of moments here. And then Bane with Fiend's Grip is going to be even more potent as June in that bottom lane. Yes, you have Rage, but what happens when you get Fiends, my friend? Arrow flying through. Making sure Burning doesn't grab the rune. Oh, Burning. He's got a Ball Lightning away. He can't. Black, nicely timed with Dismember. Nice pick up there. What a hook coming through. What a Dismember with that shift Q, making sure they secure it. Otherwise, that Ball Lightning was going to get off, and that would have been a huge problem. So, Black gets a hook. He gets a Dismember, and that Illusion Rune probably not worth it for Burning, who was doing really well up until that point. I mean, you have to admire the brass of someone to pick a Pudge into DK. Just knowing. Like, that is a bold pickup. And Black has played it beautifully thus far. With 3 kills, only 1 death to his name. He's got 1,000 gold in the bank right now. I mean, he's got everything going his way. MMY sitting on level 6 now. He stole Rage, not a bad steal. Magic Community is never a bad thing to have on any hero. So, as it stands right now, Lonham is also going to secure level 6, and this is something you see a lot of supports do for many different teams. Just try to secure that level 6 by getting solo experience somewhere else. Head to the jungle for your mid laners for somebody like Mushi or Burning for that matter. Down bottom, an engagement going. Double edge, not used. It looks like they've got Stampede if they want to go for it, but a bit too late on the gun there for the rotations. MMY, looks like he raged, looks like he got aggressed on, and they will deny that bottom tier 1 tower, so a lot of heroes sitting down bottom for CIS, and they don't get anything out of it. In fact, they lose a tower in terms of just the deny and not getting that last hit gold. They're going to TP top, and this is going to be June continuing to free farm now. He's going to continue to get some decent CS, and I think that might be his full armlet flying out to him, and in fact it is. June with an armlet at 12 minutes in is very disgusting, but at that same notion, you've got close to an Orchid. Meanwhile, mid lane action's going to happen. Inflame, Blink, Lasso, and Ice Ice says no Stampede. There's the Soul Catcher, Ball Lightning in. Looking for Demons right now. Getting caught out, pulled in. He's done. Ice Ice can't get the Stampede. There's the Fiend's Grip on Black. Mushi doing work. Will he take him down? Yes. That's the Bane getting the kill. Inflame on pursuit. Lonham getting low. 2 for 2 trade. Somehow Burning went down in that fight. Mushi trying to go. Nice blink away from the Batrider. Now, here comes June. No open wounds. They don't want to keep going right now. They could have maybe dove that, but decided against it. Mushi will pick up his Blink Dagger, but they get a 2 for 2 trade nonetheless. They lose Burning. They lose Ice. Some high-value targets for DK going down. CIS are looking good. And now, Lifestealer with his armlet, he's got some farm. it's going to be tough to deal with. They have a 1,000 gold lead for CIS right now. However, 500 experience lead is making the way towards DK's side. 5-5 the score at 13 minutes in. June will continue to farm with Enfeeble up on him for only a bit more longer, but his next item, there's a couple of options. Basher, SNY if he really wanted to. I'm trying to think what else.
Radiant's top
I'm not really
tower
sure.
is under attack.
I'm missing some. Uh-oh, MMY, Rage, TP. You're taking a lot of damage, man. You're not going to make it out. Oh, boy. He just is like, well, I only got one option here. I better might as well just give it a shot. And so Jude with the armlet. The damage is very real, and MMY goes down very quickly. So Lifestealer now level 10. He's tied with the Pudge, of course, Mushi, and Burning as well. Experience-wise, DK aren't lacking in that regard. It's really just the farm in comparison to June that they're missing here. So top lane, Burning continue to get some CS here, looking to try to take down this tier 1 tower, but it's not budging, and they're in fact getting TP rotations. Here we go. The Bat Bomb, as it were. With the Blink Dagger, getting close to that 4-step, he'll even smoke up for it. Can he get the lasso up on Burning? Lottom's going to be the first to spot him out, it looks like. He'll throw the ward down. Hasn't been spotted yet. No smoke break. Firefly not being used, but it will be in maybe just a second. Stampede going for somebody. As Mushi got caught in a position with the disruption, and maybe the arrow went, but now he'll back off and leave the illusions around. Still, Inflame looking for a pickup here, and he might find Burning. Now he's going to head mid instead. MMY and Mushi, they're pinging on him right now. Mushi and MMY, they need to back off. There they go. There's the Firefly lasso. MMY caught out. Easy kill on the support. They would like to have had Mushi, obviously, but a kill is a kill. Speaking of that, Burning gets a kill on Mirana, getting caught out of position. Electric Vortex level 3. Ball Lightning being used as low. Level 2 for that. Now his Orchid, about 100 gold from being done. But mid lane, tier 1 tower, about to take a fall potentially. Mushi, he has that Blink Dagger. Don't sleep on him. He's got a DD root as well. If they want to fight, they can. MMY's not up for 6 seconds. They'd like to have that. Nobody's TPing in. There's no fortification. It looks like they'll let this tower go. Nope, they're going to TP in right now. And Feeble's up on June. Now, Dismember is up on Bane. Lanham in trouble. Ice, Ice, Ice. No Stampede. Not a good fight for DK. Ice, Ice, Ice. Lanham both low. About to fall and will. Mushi's got to back off. He's got his Blink up. Blink Dagger now used for Inflame. Lasso on cooldown for 38 seconds. MMY getting chased down. Dove behind the tower. Rage is up. They won't continue further. But now CIS asserting their dominance. DK have to back off. And really the reason why DK didn't get that fight going their way, no Orchid, no Storm Spirit, no Burning, no way they can contest that tower without it. They lose it, no deny. It looks like they did get it. Mushi got the deny. Now he gets hooked as well. There's the Dismember, the arrow. Mushi's gonna fall. What a hook coming out from Black. He is on point. 15 minutes in, 3-2-4, 2,000 gold in the bank. Already 7 flesh heap stacks. Getting very tanky with 1,500 health. But now the Smoke of Deceit gang coming out from DK with that Orchid like I was talking about Burning. This is your damage dealer. This is going to be the one to start things off. What's going to happen? I don't know. Things are about to blow up potentially. There's nobody here in this side of the jungle. They'll have to go down the stairs to find somebody here. This little alcove. And then Mud Golems, obviously, they'll look. Oh, no, we don't want the Mud Golems. We want AO. Oh, AO. They don't spot him out. AO leaps away, realizing, well, they might have smoked. They're off the map right now. That's very scary. This is a nice little stack here, though, that they'll take, and that'll go for Burning. Static Remnant will do most of the work there and get some decent CS. But all the while, again, June free farming. Halberd, or more likely than not, an SNY going the way of the lifesteal here. And another Nake's Bomb going to be coming through. 4-staff, very close to being done. Another good engagement, another good team fight, and they probably get the kill. They're walking right now. There's no ward here from DK, so they don't know this is coming. They've got no defensive ward here up on the high ground or anything like that. Everyone's sitting mid. AO looking for an arrow just to see if they're in Roche. They're not, obviously, as you can clearly see. Burning's going to walk by. Inflame going very deep for this. He still has that Blink Dagger ready to go. He's going to Firefly up right now and try to jump on somebody. Is that somebody going to be Burning? MY, no, not him again. He's died too many times already. There goes Blink Lasso. Oh, how unfortunate can one Rubik be? That's 3 or 4 deaths going his way. 3, in fact, right now. And 2 of those coming at the hands of a lasso. So very, very rough start for MMY at this point. Not too terribly bad considering he's a support. They don't mind him going down as long as Ibushi continues to get space. And, of course, the same can be said for Burning. down to this bottom lane, who's sitting at level 11 right now with that Orc Malevolence up, and he can go on June, but Rage is going to be an issue here. He'll know that. Everybody else right around mid. Arrow flying through. Looks like they know Lanham is there. Oh my goodness. Hook's gonna fly, just missing, just off the mark. Time for you to get out of there. Lanham says, okay, I'm done here. Let's TP away. Black, one of the few hooks he's missed this game. He has a blink dagger now as well, which is a very scary thing when you're playing against a Pudge. That changed just recently. Most Pudges could only go for 4 stabs for a period of time, but now with that change coming out in that last patch, well, blink's a thing. As it is for Ice, who picks it up at about 18 minutes in, so not the best time. If you look at Batrider comparison to a Centaur Warrunner, yeah, he had a rough time in that off lane. He got killed once. He got really just shoved out of lane a couple other times, and this really the team fights haven't gone their way. A lot of that has been because, of course, the lasso, and, well, June has been on point with his right clicks as well. It looks like they were going to try to go for a trade, potentially, but now Moonlight Shadow's going to go. Black's going to look for a hook right now, and honestly, you've got to be careful if you're Lanham or NMY. You don't know where this Pudge is. You do see demons coming on the backside. There's a sentry ward here. He's going to walk right in range of it. Nope, Disruption's going to go. Arrow's going to go as well. Soul Catcher, Burning, in trouble. Stomp is up on Black with the rot. Too much damage coming through. Stampede's going to fly now. Demonic Purge. Ice trying to get away. In the mid lane, blinking away was Mushi. Ice getting hooked. Dismembered. Black getting another hook going his way. And Shadow Demon getting the kill. Ownage going the way of CIS right now. Mushi getting lassoed up. Inflame getting low, but here comes June. Open Wounds is up. They don't have detection, however. Flamebreak's going to push him out for the moment. Nicely played. Mushi's got to back away. Getting brought down. Another Meld Strike. They've got detection for him in just a second. The Shadow Poison. Mushi going to get dusted. He'll fall as well. Nice play. Ownage again. June on a mega kill streak. 14-6 the score. CIS. Oh, and another hook. Black gets MMY. He gets brought down. My goodness. 1,000 gold in the bank, earned, blink, 1,000 gold, plus those boots of speed, and maybe bots next.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
10 flesh heap stacks. He's getting closer and closer to 2K. Burning, Orchid, will this finally be able to be used for a kill? Demons is going to fall to the soul burn. Yes, absolutely, Burning getting the kill. And finally, something going the way of DK's Burning here. 4 kills, 3 deaths, 1 assist. And Orchid finally paying off. Ooh, that hook getting close. Blink, Stomp hits on the Black right now. Can they get this kill? Double Edge is going to fly. There's going to be the pull on the Orchid as well. The Rot might take him down. No. Burning gets the last hit. And that's some gold going their way. There was no streak on Black, surprisingly enough. So not any extra gold going for Burning. Down bottom, Lanham looks like he got caught out by an arrow and will go down. Batrider getting the kill. And he just purchased up a gem too, so at least he bought before he died. He's like, alright, well, that's not going to happen anymore. I'm not going to get caught out like that. Mushi now sitting on a casual Yasha. Fortification for this tier 1 tower. Some TP's coming through. June. He is a speedy lifestealer. He's got SNY right now. He's got his armlet, so the damage is very real. The race car is sort of coming out for the lifestealer. Top lane. Ice. Soul Catcher misses. Arrow flies. Burning getting caught out. Ice is here with onto Demons. Nice kill there, but Burning has got to leave. Taking a lot of damage. He's got Ball Lightning if he can get out, and he will TP away. 16-9. DK aren't out of it right now, but they've dug themselves a hole, albeit only a 2K gold hole. That's not that bad when you think about it. Experience-wise, it's more about 3,000, but even that's not that terrible. Mushi can get back into this. The real problem is they're not really shutting down June, and his lifestealer is very farmed. They continue to get further and further behind net worth to him. Hook's going to fly. Oh my goodness. MMY getting caught out. And they didn't even have any vision here. They had no vision coming out from the Radiant team. That's unbelievable. MMY's got to be like, please, guys, can you just, like, not lasso or hook me for, like, 5 seconds? It would be great. It's one of those support games for MMY right now, and you got to feel for him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's like, please, no hook ondo. Would be great. Tier 1 tower down bottom. Taking a beating. Burning's going to jump in. Electric Vortex. Look at that damage from Mushi and the Melt Strike. Not even using the Orc Malevolence, and it looks like they cancel the TP. So now a tier 1 for a tier 1's going to come out, and DK, They're starting to control the pace of this game. They never once thought for a second that they were out of it. They've never really been kind of like, okay, we're too far down. We can't get back into this. With a couple towers and a couple good team fights, all of a sudden you're in a position where you're not too scared of this Pudge anymore. You'll have a BKB going your way. That's not the best thing in the world, obviously, but it's something to kind of hang your hat on. And as it stands, it looks like they will get this trade. They can even defend if they wanted to. They already forwarded up, but they're going to try to dish out some tier 2 tower damage before they leave. And they'll get some bit on there. They'll chip away at it just barely. June will stay top for the time being, but they've got to leave now. They don't want to continue in a state of fight. Looks like nice dire ward coming through. You don't see this ward too often, but it's really nice to have when you're playing aggressively. And that's what DK like to do. They like to have aggressive wards against their enemy. They're not playing defensively here, and that's something that is really impressive. Black looking for Ice. Ice knows he's coming in. Flame lassos up just in time. Ice. They might leave him behind. They're going to Moonlight Shadow. They're going to use, of course, the Pudge ultimate as well. He decided to hook in Flame for whatever reason. And that was Dismember being popped up. So Ice, the byproduct of another lasso into Dismember coming through. Nice kill coming out for CIS, just to get them back in the swing of things, if you will. Storm Spirit getting ever so close to that BKB. What about Mushi? What's going on with him? 3,000 gold in the bank. What's his item? Well, we may never know. He's getting caught out, and potentially Black with the Haste Rune. He's looking for a hook. Will he find one? I mean, with the way things have gone, I'd say yes, but they're all backing off right now. But it looks like they know. There's no way they can catch MMY out of position right now. They're all backing off. They're sitting behind their tier 2, even tier 3 towers at this point. Tier 2 is going to fall here. June's working on it, and it looks like some more tower gold going the way of CIS. And really, that's where a lot of the lead is coming from. Obviously, the kills, the farm going for June right now in terms of his net worth. You can see it's at the top by a wide margin. But the towers are going to be a big factor as the tier 2 does fall. So a lot of gold still available coming out for DK. CIS, there's still 2 tier 2 towers they can take. June picks up a Bastion now. They're going to try to maybe sit around Roche here and maybe think about going for it. The Illusion Rune's in Roche. It looks like they want to fight. Blank Lasso, Ice, getting caught out. Demonic Purge, Disruption. Hook is up on Mushi, burning. He's going to jump through Mushi, getting low. He's got to stay alive for this fight. They're going to use, of course, the nice Fiend's Grip to get the kill. They even lassoed up, which was stolen by MMY, but it doesn't matter. Hook is up on burning. He's got no mana left. The Nightmare going through. 4 are about to fall for DK. Double kill now coming out for June. Big initiation coming out from that Bat Rider with the lasso. Black with the hook on Mushi, and now they will head to Roche. Baiting it before, but now this time it's for real. The only lone survivor, Lanham. He can't do anything, really.
Radiant's bottom tower is
That's as bad as a fight as you're going to get for Team DK right now. Just Mushi can't do anything. Had he stayed alive, had he not gotten hooked, could have blinked in, done some Melt Strike side blade damage, but Black, again, Flesh Heap stacks. Well, he's got 14 at 25 minutes in. A testament to how many kills he's been involved in. 5, 3, and 9. 2,600 gold in the bank. The Aegis. June, now unkillable. It seems like, anyway.
Radiant's top tower.
There's not much they can do against him. He is so very fast as well. 2,000 gold in the bank. His next item might be soon. He'll probably go for an Abyssal Blade. You can maybe pick up another item if you really want to. Maybe get some more damage, but he doesn't need that at this point. With that Basher online with the SNY. And Flame with his 4 staff. Black, he's got 2,600. He's saving up for something as well. Could be those bots like I talked about, but he'd buy them outright if he wanted to at this point in time. Mushi, you've got to be careful because at this point right now, if you're DK, anytime you're outside of your base and you don't have good ward coverage, you're kind of really scared about Black, I think. Or at least thinking about it, just saying, okay, he's around here somewhere. And looks like he's in Viz, and he's going to find another hook potentially. He's setting up for it right now, or at least he's going to back away. And even the supports are a decently bit farmed here on the side of CIS. You look at MMY and Lanham, they're nowhere near that, of course, of AO and Demons. So, and MMY is level 9, and, well, that's just, like I said, it's been him lassoed and hooked, or at least one thing or another every single fight or engagement in this game. 22-11, CIS are outpacing DK. And with the gold lead now, it's up to 5k. Still not that bad. 7,500 for experience, but CIS are looking very comfortable in this game. And it's not like DK have the latest of game heroes. Templar Assassin is by all means a semi-carry. She can go late and do some decent damage, especially if she can pick up a Desolator, get a Manta Style, Daedalus, what have you. But the lifestealer is really an issue here. So Mushi's looking for his next item. He still has 3,800 in the bank. I'm not quite sure what it is that he's building, but CIS, they're maybe looking for potential engagement as the Abyssal Blade's now done for June. They're going to look for the tier 3 tower here in this bottom lane, and MY is like, alright, let's try to defend, let's push it back. They're still looking to go Shadow Poison. June's going to run up here onto the high ground. It looks like they're not scared. They have yet to lose a fight this game, I feel like. June's going to rage up with the Aegis. He can invest out. He can, of course, heal up. I'm sure they have the urn to help him out as well. And looks like, yeah, Black will throw the urn on. They'll get ready to go again. They put some damage onto the tier 3 tower. It takes a bit, but there is that BKB up now for the Storm Spirit. There is that Desolator up now for Templar Assassin, for Mushi. So they have the items ready to go. Gems on the deck. Ice 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 getting close to a mecha as well. If they had it, it'd be all of the items they could really need. But now they've got to deal with June and Age. Black blinks forward. He's looking for a hook. He's going to find it on Burning. There's the Dismember. He can't even get the BKB up. The Abyssal, he'll fall. No buyback because he just bought that BKB. Ice Ice getting low, falling. The Aegis is up. Demons now working with the Shadow Poison. 2 down for the side of CIS. That's one of them's the Bat Rider, the other the Aegis. Mushi now going to town on Black. He gets a double kill, but he's going to get bashed up. He'll fall as well. Black will buy back now. 2 of them down with no buyback coming through. The only buyback in the game is the Mirana. June's got to be a little bit more carefully and feeble. That's going to be a bit of a problem. He's losing some damage here, but still, the Raxes are now exposed. Starstorm trying to push down this creep wave. June doing what he can. Botsing in, now Blink, Stomp. Oh, getting low. Nice disruption from Demons there. A lot of getting hooked up, getting dismembered. Moonlight Shadow was stolen, but it doesn't matter. They're going to try to take the set of racks, and they might be successful at it as well. Buyback coming from Mushi, just getting it. It looks like they've got to back up now if you're CIS, but they won that fight in every single regard. Taking a tier 3, putting some damage on the racks. They didn't get the range racks down to low enough really to be a super big factor. Melee racks will regen up as well. But Mushi having to buy back is certainly not what you would like to see if you're going for DK right now. And Storm Spirit, like I said, he bought the BKB. No way he's going to buy back after that. So CIS, and now what's the gold graph looking like? 7,500, getting ever so close to that 10K mark. Once again, it's not out of reach for DK, but they've got to play superbly, which is, that's really not that big of an issue, I feel like, for the Dota King. So, well, it will be if Burning gets caught out again here. Arrow just off the mark, but he can ball lightning away now, and yeah, he will. Blink just a bit too late. You saw Pudge there blinking, looking for a Dismember or a hook or something, but just a bit too late there. And you look at this health bar, 2,430 with his bots up now, his Blink Dagger. And Black has been putting the team on his back this game. Obviously, June helping out as well. I mean, really, all of CIS have been playing superbly, but DK, they're still one good team fight away from taking this back into their favor. Oh, that hook just missing. Black has a haste rune, and that side trap's not going to slow him down. Ice 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 looking to push out bottom real quick. Bat Rider now has a BKB, so anytime he's gotten caught out of position in the last couple of team fights, it's not going to be an issue so much anymore. Blink, Force Staff away. Maybe not the best play. I think MY force him to Enflame. Maybe in trouble. He's got to pop the BKB. Now they're going to go to Demons. They're going to use the Moonlight here. There's the Orchid up. They use the Stampede. 2 quickly turned, maybe even 3. They're blinking forward. They're looking for the Mirana, but they can't seem to find him. MMY stole that Firefly. Who forced there? Whose Force Staff was that? Lana doesn't have one. Nobody on DK has one. So he blinked forced to the side instead of going, like, he forced over here. And then the last one mark was, like, here. And then they just, like, killed him. So I guess a bit of a misplay from somebody on CIS. And now it looks like, and this is what you're going to see. Any sort of advantage you're going to give DK, they're going to try to turn that into a tower or at least something. Arrow's going to fly. Burning, he walks right into it. They're going to buy back. Hook as well. Burning. Nightmare up. But it doesn't matter. He's going to fall. Uncharacteristic mistake. Demon's getting low, but Ice Ice is getting focused down with the Basher. Double kill. Godlike for June. Blink forward. Dismember. Mushi is done. Look at the damage coming out from the disruption illusions. Doing work. So as soon as DK pushed down to that mid-tier 2 tower, the arrow connects on Burning, just standing in the middle of the lane, followed by the hook, the setup of the plays. June comes through, takes 2 more kills, says, listen, I'm going to wipe my hands of this, clean up, and we'll look for a tier 3 tower now as well. Bold. Bold at the very least.
Dire's
Lifestealer,
middle tower is under attack.
Hyperstone in the bank, Assault Cuirass probably next, Armor Reduction about to become very real, Abyssal Blade on cooldown for only 10 more seconds, Burning's up in 16, Mushi's up in 41, no buyback, and a set of racks, maybe even 2 about to fall, and it looks like they're going to try to defend this bottom set. And that's going to be really where the big defense is going to come out. They don't even want to go for the range in that mid lane. They want to get both of these racks down bottom and go from there while Mushi's down. Hook misses again for Black. They're staying very far back right now. Arrow flying through, missing on a couple of targets. Fortification's going to fly. Burning's back up. He's going to ball in Orchid up on June right now, but the lasso's up on Burning. He BKB'd beforehand. There's the Stampede. Ice double edge. A lot of damage being dealt. Now, Bean's up on June. Is it enough? Burning getting dismembered. He'll ball lightning further. He wants more. June's not dead yet. In fact, he's still alive. Another hook on Burning. He's down. 3 dead. Mushi finally getting back up for Team DK, but the Rax is exposed. They're being overrun. Moonlight Shadow's gonna fly. MMY, he's gonna Fade Bolt and try to push this back, but as it stands, Black has done so much work. Nice steal by MMY, but that is not what you want, my friend. MMY getting caught out the flame break. June on the hunt, looking for more. Disruption on Mushi. He's about to fall. Nice melt, but they've got vision. It looks like he's gonna try to keep fighting here. Dismember's up on Monum. He'll go down. Black getting low hook, just missing at MMY. He dodges it, but now getting brought down. GG is called as it is a team wipe. CIS on the back of Black with his Pudge, and of course June on that Lifestealer. Take down DK in a fantastic game coming out for, of course, CIS here. 34 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be it for the ECL as of today. We are going to move forward, and we're going to get into our next set of games, which I am super excited for. Before we do that, though, obviously DK and CIS, great game, really well played. 638 GPM for June right now. No Midas even used, no deaths for that Lifestealer. They just could not bring him down. You understood what they wanted to do with burning on that safe lane Storm Spirit and Templar Assassin mid, but it just didn't work out for them. Lasso became too big of an issue early on. Centaur, Ice, not getting enough farm early on, but still well played from both sides. DK having a couple points of comeback, but real no way they could get back into this one. It was a tough one for them, but CIS well played to get that victory. So guys, like I said, some very exciting games coming up here. Alliance, well, first off, it's going to be Team Dog versus Empire, the qualifying tiebreakers for the WPC Ace League to see who goes to the playoffs. That'll be next. 3 best of ones. We may have a 3-way tie, and of course, the only thing that'll decide that might be, of course, the time. So, at this point, we'll take a quick commercial break, everybody. You guys stick around, grab a drink, grab some food, get ready to go. We'll be back with some more Dota in just a couple of minutes, guys. Stick around.